Alright guys, get ready to get hit in the feels and the unfairness of fate's tragedy, because it's just nonsensical what's been going on in this particular episode, and I really hope things go well for Okabe is all I'll say, because this has been like hurtful and painful to watch. But if anything else, you all see for yourselves what's going to happen next, so I hope you all continue to enjoy. Thank you again for all love and support, and let's carry on. Alright guys, welcome back. Will Okabe finally be able to change the past and make things right again? I guess we'll find out right now.
つうわけで、私もお邪魔することに。
ダメだ！
もしかして、私邪魔だった？
いや。
まあ、私もラボ面にしてもらったとはいえ、所詮は部外者だしね。
そうじゃなくてだな。
んだよ、岡部。うちのバイトも仲間に入れてやれ。おめえはこいつに借りがあるんだろ。こいつのへそのおかげで、おめえらがビル揺らすのも一応許してやったんだからな。
へそって、おーい。
Suza has recovered her jacket. She's properly dressed now.
このバイト、なかなかいいへそだったぜ。腹周りがしっかり鍛えてあって、キュッと引き締まってたな。
エロ親父、本人前にして語らないでよ。
今日の宴会は中止だ。だからバイト選手よ。悪いが今日は帰ってくれ。
中止なの？
ああ。すまない。
I attempt to smile, but with little hope of success.
岡部、何をしてんのかともかく、いざとなったら無茶だけはすんなよ。
え
？Would you consider going back in time twice in a row reckless or forthright considering what's been going on? I think he's doing a decent job so far, as long as things go well in this, I guess, second try. It's weird to have him give me advice. I thought he was just a dirty old man who loved CRTs. Maybe he's sharper than I thought. Or maybe he's just telling me to stop shaking the building.
マユリと喧嘩をしましてね。ちょっと参ってるんです。それだけですよ。
That's the best lie I can manage.
あ、じゃあまずいんじゃない？
Blood?
だってほら、あそこに。
Suza points across the street. I turn to look. To my surprise, there's Mayuri walking up the street with a big bag. When she notices us, she waves her hand with a ditzy smile. Mayuri!
あれ？喧嘩したんじゃないの？すごい笑顔だけど。
This is probably my first time seeing her fist drawn, and compared to everything else, this is the only art style that doesn't look right. I ignore Suzaha and run to Mayuri. The clock on my phone says 6:33.
ちょっと！どうしたのよ！
I wasted precious time talking to Suzaha. Now that I've secured Mayuri, we need to get as far away from Akiba as we can.
オカリン、そんなに急いでどこ行くの？
I ignore her question and grab her hand.
走れ！駅に行く！
待って、荷物が。
構うな！とにかく走るのだ！
なんで？
いいから走ってくれ！
I can't get the image of Mayuri's death out of my mind. I won't let them kill her. I won't. Mayuri gives no further resistance. She follows obediently, quickly matching my pace. I forgot that she's faster on her feet than I am.
ねえ、どこ行くの？
そうだな。とりあえずつくばが横浜あたりに。
I'm already gasping for air. Mayuri, however, might as well be strolling along for all the difficulties she's having. How can she be so ditzy yet so athletic at the same time? The sun has already set, but the sky is still a mix of indigo and orange. We run through the streets lit by dazzling shops. Everything will be fine once we make it to the train. I hold this thought in my mind as we run. I'm already exhausted. Mayuri practically has to drag me along to keep going.
少しね、休んだ方がいいんじゃないかな。
Nope, keep going.
いや、電車に乗るまでは走り続けろ。
I do my best to keep up the pace.
でもね、オカリンすごい汗だよ。運動苦手なのにね、無理すると。
When we reach the station, I realize that something is wrong. The station is packed. Seriously packed. You don't see this many people even at rush hour. The crowd is milling around the entrance. For some reason, it looks like no one is going in. What's going on here? A protest? Some kind of street performance? I don't have time for this. Just then, an announcement plays over the PA. Uh-oh.
現在山手線、京浜東北線、総武線すべて運転を見合わせております。
Well, in the previous timelines, they were already outside the lab. So, not that they're, somewhere else, they have a little more time to figure out what to do, considering they can't take the trains at all.
お急ぎのお客様には大変ご迷惑をおかけしておりますが、何卒ご理解のほど。
Finally, I realized my mistake. That's right, before the attack, the trains were stopped by a bomb threat. No wonder there were so many people standing around. In my haste to flee the city, I completely forgot. How could I have been so stupid?
どうしたんだろうね。
All of the train lines are stopped. We can't escape Akiba. What about other means of public transportation? The subway or the bus? Should we go to another station? Take a taxi, dude. I turn around and head back the way we came, keeping a firm grip of Mayuri's hand. But before we get more than a few steps, a man steps out of the crowd and blocks our way. I realize that we're surrounded.
Okabe Rintaro だな。
A low voice. A face I've never seen. He's not one of the 5 who broke into the lab.
オカリン、この人たち知り合い？
Mayuri grips my arm tightly as she looks anxiously at the men.
一緒に来てもらおうか。
誰だ？
Instead of answering, the man makes a grab for my arm. I jerk away and try to escape, but the men move to block us again.
抵抗するなら殺す。
捨てるんか？
They're with Moeka. She must have planned for this in advance. A chill runs up my spine. We made a terrible mistake when we hacked into CERN. I realize that now, though it's far too late.
これだけ大勢の人がいる中で殺せるのか？
冗談だと思わない方がいい。
I feel something cold against my back. I don't realize what it is at first. Then it hits me. A gun. I gulp. My blood goes cold. Am I gonna die here? Will my time leaping be for naught? No, I can't give up. I won't let my Yuri die. I won't accept that future. But how do I get out of this? The crowd at the station has grown even thicker. People are starting to argue with the station personnel, demanding to know when they can go home. The situation is quickly becoming chaotic. Suddenly, a fight breaks out nearby. It looks like some people are trying to shove their way through. This could be our chance. A tide of people surges into us, knocking the man behind me off balance. Now! I quickly turn and strike the man's hand aside. His gun falls away. Then the man gets swallowed up by the crowd.
マユリ、逃げるぞ！
I grab Mayuri's hand and start running. We have to fight our way through the crowd, but that also thwarts our pursuers. As soon as we reach the main street, we start running back toward the lab. Why am I hearing Mario? It sounds like Mario. Of course we can't return to the lab itself. Moeka's group will be there shortly. Is the subway still running? If we get on at Tsurehirocho Station, we can take the Ginza line to Shibuya. From there, we can grab a train heading out of Tokyo. I still haven't recovered from my exhaustion. I don't know how much longer I can hold on. We can't stop now. I have to keep running. I like this soundtrack though. It doesn't take long before a new obstacle appears. 4 men walking together up ahead suddenly stop and turn to face us. I've got a bad feeling about this. They don't look like otaku. Are they with CERN too? My fears are confirmed when the 4 men start walking toward us, arms spread to block the street. No doubt about it, they're after us too. I turn to flee back toward the station, and there I see the first group of men closing in behind us. We're trapped. Enemies on both sides. There's only one choice. I grab my Yuri and make for the nearby side street.
Okari! どこに行くの?
Somewhere where you can still live. I'm trying to get to Suedahiro Station without using the main streets. But as we pass UPX, several men on the bridge pointed at us and shot something. Are they with CERN too? How many men do they have? We turn back and change course.
いいかマユリお前の方が足が速いから
Talking while running uses up all my breath. Sweat drips into my eyes, making it hard to see.
お前だけでも逃げろはぐれたら袋の岸文字に行けそこで
Before I finish, I catch sight of another group of men excuse me, waiting up for us ahead.
何一体どうなって
I look back. The group from before is chasing us. We're surrounded by enemies. The familiar streets of Akiba are filled with agents of CERN. I recall what Moeka said.
あなたたちに逃げ場はないわ。私たちの仲間はすでに秋葉原中に散らばっている。
Despair seizes my heart. Is escape impossible? We're just kids playing at science in the safety of our tiny little lab. Our enemy is multinational conspiracy willing to kill anyone who gets in their way. Were we doomed from the start? No. No matter what, we must get away. Leading my Yuri by the hand, I push my way through the crowd, then jump the fence onto the road. Something strikes me with a crushing force, sending me tumbling across the pavement. I come to a stop several meters away. My body is racked with intense pain. You got hit by a car, dude? A red curtain covers my eyes. I try to brush it off, and my hand comes away slick with blood. I grit my teeth against the pain and lift my head. Mayuri is lying on the pavement a few meters away. I reach out to her.
Yuri.
Ah, she still dies. No response. Mayuri is motionless. No. Did the impact kill her? God, this time it's our fault? This can't be happening. The car that ran us over, a white van pulls up. The door opens and out steps.
動きは
Oh,
止めたわ。
it's her. Kitty Moeka. It wasn't our fault. It was her. Oh, I thought this was just like an accident. Her again. She knew the exact moment to be here in order to run over poor Mayuri.
岡部君。いえ、岡部倫太郎は確保。
She's talking to someone on her phone. Has she been tracking us this whole time?
警察に連絡して。椎名真由里が死んだ。
She looks down at me with eyes cold enough to freeze my blood.
なんで殺すんだ
あなたが逃げるからよ。
You kill her even when he doesn't run.
くそ
Mustering my strength, I leap up and throw myself at Moeka. She goes down hard. I hear her head smack against the pavement. I stand up and look around. Moeka is dazed and unable to stand, but I see certain agents making their way toward us through the crowd. I've got to get out of here. I take a step. A sharp pain stabs through my body. The crash must have broken a bone in my leg. It doesn't matter. I have to get to the lab and time leap again. That's the only way to save Mayuri. I look back at the site of the accident. Moeka is slowly regaining her feet, but Mayuri remains limp and motionless on the road. It breaks my heart to leave Mayuri lying there, but I have no choice. I have to go. Back to the lab. God, we gotta go a third time? Finding the pain on my broken leg, I managed to drag myself back to the lab. Surprisingly, Cern's men didn't chase me. Nobody's at the lab when I arrive. Only the lights are still on. Relieved that Kurisu and Daru haven't returned, I head straight to the development room. I remember to break into the Braun Tube workshop to turn on the 42-inch CRT. My body's drenched in sweat and I can't stop shivering. Everything hurts, especially my right side where the car hit me. If I'm not careful, I might lose consciousness. My vision is blurry. It's hard to focus. My left arm is numb and can barely move. But still, I force myself to activate the X68000 and input the settings. I'm gasping for breath like a wounded animal. The sound of my heartbeat fills my ears. You know, I'm surprised they didn't catch up to you. But I don't think they're waiting for him to activate the time leap either, because they were trying to stop him in the previous two timelines. Mayuri. They killed her again. I failed to protect her. I'm sorry, Mayuri. I'm sorry. Choking back my tears, I frantically pound on the keyboard. Police sirens echo in the distance. Moeka hit Mayuri in front of hundreds of witnesses. They'll probably take her in for questioning. Even if Cern bails her out somehow, she should be stuck for at least a couple of hours. The real problem is her men. Those mercenaries or whatever they were, Cern's hit squad. Why didn't they come after me? It should have been easy for them to catch me, injured as I am. I need to hurry. I mean, is Mayuri the key somehow? Because they always have to kill her. She didn't do anything either. If they show up here, they'll kill me for sure. I don't think they'll kill you though. They need you and Kurisu as well as Daru. Settings complete. I put on the headgear. I'll get blood on it, but it doesn't matter. A surge of anxiety washes over me. What if the time leap fails? What if my memories are corrupted? I might forget who I am. I might lose myself. Should I really use the machine?
当たり前だ。
I curse my weakness.
マユリが死んだんだぞ。
This can't be allowed to happen. No risk is too great. I will save Mayuri, whatever it takes. I alone have the power to change the past. What am I waiting for? Swallowing my fear, I activate the time leak machine. .417. A screeching in my ears, needles stabbing into my brain, 1,000 emotions flooding my senses. How many alternate selves of himself has he killed off already? Because didn't they say that once his memories come into the past, it kind of takes over, and he essentially destroys his past self for his current self? The world bends, pulses, then returns to normal. The pain on my wounds has vanished like magic, replaced by a piercing pain in my brain. I fight back a wave of nausea and take a stock of the situation. I'm sitting on the sofa with my phone to my ear. Another successful time leap. That makes 3. It looks like the time leap machine works perfectly. I'm sure it would boost Kurisu's confidence if I told her. But that'll have to wait until Mayuri's out of danger. I stand up and look around the lab.
マユリは
Kurisu, who was dozing off next to me, wakes up with a jerk of the sound of my voice.
大声出さないでよ。徹夜明けなんだから少し休ませろ。
マユリはどこだ。
いきなりなんぞ。マユ氏ならルカ氏のところ行くって言ってたじゃん。
Damn, she already left. I should call her, send mail. I need to get in touch with her somehow. Mayuri went to see someone after leaving the shrine. The question is who? Think. Consider every possibility. Damn, why'd I forget? Before I time leaped, I should have asked Mayuri where she was today. I'm not thinking straight, I have to calm down. Wait, I know. Last time we failed because we went to Akihabara Station. I should have known that CERN would be watching. This time, we'll take a taxi to another station, then hide somewhere until things calm down. For now, all I can do is wait for Mayuri to return. It's driving me crazy. I consider explaining the situation to Kurisu and Daru, but I just don't have the strength to do that right now. Besides, I don't want to get them involved. I'll take care of it myself. I won't let any more of my friends die. Well, that's probably not wise, and considering you're still gonna wait for Mayuri to come back, you have plenty of time to explain to them, even if they don't necessarily believe you right away. As before, the Braun 2 workshop closes early. Mayuri appears as Suzuha and Mr. Braun are leaving. We run through Kanda Myojin's back streets to Ochanomizu Station, taking only minimal precautions to avoid attracting attention. We have to get there before the Sobu line shuts down. You know, you can also tell Suzuha your plans because she's the only one that helped you in the first place. And is skillful enough to take care of most of the agents. We managed to make it to the station without being stopped, but when we get there, I see a group of men waiting by the entrance. They look like CERN. Change of plans. We turn around and head for the Shin Ochanomizu subway station. We arrive at the station later than I intended. I don't usually come here, so I get lost. I stare nervously at the platform clock. According to the scrolling display, the Yamanote, Keihin Tohoku, and Sobu lines have already suspended operations. Wait, it looks like the Chiyoda line has too. It must be protocol to assume that nearby stations may be threatened, even stations on unconnected lines. Damn! Mayuri hasn't said a word about my strange behavior. This is the third time I've led her on this escape, but each time she follows me without complaint. Does she really trust me that much? Maybe she can feel my desperation. That's why I want so badly to save her. We've been together for more than a decade. She's like a little sister to me. I'll leap as many times as it takes. Mayuri tilts her head quizzically. I realize that I'm staring at her.
あのね、オカリ。マユシーは聞きたいこといっぱいあるけど、今は我慢しとくね。その代わり、終わったらね、全部聞かせてほしいです。
ああ、約束する。
Mayuri smiles happily at that answer. That's right. While we wait for the train, I should ask Mayuri about her whereabouts today. If I have to leap again, I'll need all the information I can get.
お前、ルカ子に会った後はどこに行っていた？
吹雪ちゃんからメールがあってね、マユシーのコスにちょっと問題発生しちゃってたのです。糸がほつれてるところがあったんだ。それを直しに。
吹雪ちゃんというのはどこに住んでいる？
住んでるっていうかね、今ちょうど UPX のスタベまで来てたのです。
Starpex. So that's where she was. Just then an announcement placed over the PA system. The subway's resuming normal operations. About 20 minutes have passed since we arrived. I didn't expect to be stuck here that long, but it's okay. Right now, Moeka should be in Akihabara and heading to the lab. Everything is going to be alright. While waiting for the train, I examined the route map on the station's notice board. We can transfer to an overland train at Yoyogi Urehara. It'll take a while, but that'll take us all the way to Odawara. Another announcement. Our train is arriving. I can hear the rumbling and see the lights at the end of the tunnel. Mayuri and I are standing just behind the white line. I reach for her hand, meaning to make a dash for the train when the doors open, but I guess there's no hurry now. I let my hand fall to my side empty. The roar comes closer.
今日のパーティー。
They're on the train, aren't they? Mayuri is saying something. I can't quite hear her over the train.
中止になったけど、絶対にいつか。まゆりお姉ちゃん。
Suddenly, Mayuri disappears.
え？
Are you kidding me? Who is killing her? There she is, leaning out over the track. She's off balance, as if she stumbled or someone pushed her. She seems to hang there for a moment, and then the train comes screaming to the station. The little girl? I hear a sound from under the train. I can't describe it, but it makes me instantly nauseous. Sparks fly as the train slams on its brakes. The people on the platform scream. I turn to where Mayuri was just a moment ago. There stands a familiar girl. Tiny, adorable, a cute black rabbit pouch slung over her shoulder. Tennoji Nae. She looks up at me. Her eyes are wide. Her lips tremble. Why did you do that? She stares at me for a few more seconds, as if waiting for me to say something, then turns and runs away. The platform is in chaos. The PA informs us that there had been a personal injury accident. Naya is already gone. I don't go after her. Instead, I peek timidly through the gap between the train and the platform. One side of the track is a wash of red. My mind is blank. Yo, this will drive anyone crazy to keep going back in time only to have your friend keep dying on you. I can't think. I don't even remember how I got back to the lab. Moeka's group should have come and gone, but the time leap machine is still here. I guess I should be grateful. Here we go again. It's like, what, the fourth time? It takes longer than usual to set up the machine. For some reason, I have trouble recalling my own phone number. At last, it's ready. Now, take me back. This time it's 3:45. The leap occurs instantaneously. Tyler claimed that his time machine takes 1 hour of projected time to travel 10 years. I don't know if ours has the same behavior, but now it's not the time to find out. 10 years. I have no business that far back. Besides, according to Kurisu, time leaping too far into the past could cause mental disorders due to the gap between personality and memory.
Juicy karage #1.
Mayuri is singing her chicken song, though she's actually eating pre-cooked chicken from the convenience store instead of her usual juicy chicken #1. She had to switch because she can't warm up frozen chicken in the microwave, which is now a dedicated part of the time leap machine. I was right to come back 5 hours. Mayuri is still in the lab. But what the hell happened back there? It hurts, but I force myself to recall that horrifying scene. Mayuri died again. This time it happened at Shin Ochanomizu Station, a place completely unrelated to the lab or the bomb threat. Tennoji Naya pushed her onto the tracks where the train tore her to shreds. Could Naya be working for CERN too? No, that can't be right. Naya has a habit of jumping on Mayuri and greeting. She was probably just being her usual affectionate self. I don't know, man. I saw that face. I didn't believe it. But why did she choose that precise moment? I don't know. I sense malice. Whose malice? It's like fate is playing a cruel joke on us. Whatever the case, all that matters now is that I have another chance. I need to act. I have the power to save Mayuri. I'll do whatever it takes to find a way. This time, we hail a taxi on Chuodori. It'll be expensive, but that hardly matters now. Mayuri comes along quietly. I consider taking her home to Ikebukuro, but Moeka's group might be watching our house. I have no idea where they are at this point in time. Instead, I ask the driver to take us to Shinagawa. However, the traffic is unusually heavy. The driver says it's never been this bad before. There must be an obstruction up ahead, an accident or something. That's the only explanation I can think of. We made it out of Akiba, but at this rate, it will take forever to reach Shinagawa. I consider getting off here and taking the train, but then I remember what happened at Shin Ochanomizu Station. I have a bad feeling about this. The traffic jam could be CERN's doing. I look out the window and scan the crowd for anyone who might be a CERN agent. 3 hours later, we're still stuck. Oh my god, you guys stayed there for 3 hours. According to a conversation I overheard between our driver and another driver, there's some kind of inspection up ahead. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the video here for today. Thank you all for watching. When we come back, I'm gonna come back for more of this thrilling little session and hopefully avoid Mayuri dying countless times again.